Tesla update here on the 23rd. So I'm going to go over two patterns from here. If you go back to my videos last month or so, I've been calling for 245 to 250, and we finally hit it today. So we hit the 0.78 fib. It's an ideal place to short. The only thing you got to be worried about is IV is super high right now because of all the stuff coming up. You have earnings, you have robotaxi, you have deliveries, all that stuff coming up. So IV is super high. So if you're buying puts, then you got to be careful because if IV drops, which it's probably not going to drop until after the event though. So that makes it kind of safe for the next couple of weeks, but you still got to keep an eye on that. Also, the expected move till the 18th is a $30 move. So this is either going to go to 280 or it's going to 215, 220. Expected. So in the previous videos, I've been talking about coming down here to 160 on a big sell-off. I'm going to go over the other pattern that would fit the expected move, and that's basically just, let's see, we ran up here, we hit the 0.78 fib. That's basically just running down here and filling these gaps at 211 and 201. That's about a $30 move, and that would fit a running flat. So that would end up being running flat down to 206 minimum. Let's look at where the 0.78 retracement is if this is the top. 0.78 retracement's at 195. So the only reason I bring this up is because the expected move is right around here, and also this is a weekly demand zone. If that were to happen, it would end up looking like this. And we'd probably go up here afterwards to finish off an ABC move. And then come back down here. So the other pattern that I've talked about extensively on videos is that we're going to come down here to 160. If that were to happen, it would still be this pattern right here. It would be like that. And then we go 5 waves higher to new all-time highs. So we're almost there, but I think there's going to be one more sell-off like I've been talking about. We're in this supply zone. If I'm wrong, then, and it gets above 255, it's probably going to 263, which is the 1.61 fib of the A wave. I say slim chance, but anything is possible. The reason I say that is because if it runs at 263, everyone's just going to take profit. Who's not going to take profit? It goes from 180 all the way to 263 in a little bit less than 2 months into an event. Everyone is going to be taking profit. Like, it doesn't make any sense for it to keep on running. It makes more sense for them to sell it off, maybe into deliveries. Maybe deliveries are strong. It bounces into robotaxi / earnings and then sells off like this. That's what makes sense to me. Because not only are you going to screw everybody who's long here, who's expecting the robotaxi event to be very, very bullish, you're also not allowing these people up here to take profit. So they're going to get in this spot where they don't take profit. It comes down here. They're like, okay, we still have the event going on. And then it bounces into the event, but they're not up high enough for them to take profit. And then it sells off here, and then they don't take profit at all. I mean, people that are expecting 300 or whatever. So I basically, that's the reason that logically I think it should sell off too. But we'll see what happens. Again, it looks very corrective here as well. So there's a lot of different reasons why we should be selling off down here to this area, minimum, probably by late October into November, and then potentially all the way down here. Also, to add on to that, we have a lot of call selling because IV is high right now. So we had block here 3.54 million, 2.07 million. They did buy 7.36 right here, but then they came back and recently they sold 5.41, 5.16, 6.81, 5.25, and since then they haven't done anything. So those are all call sells. They're selling covered calls there. So because IV's high, they don't want to buy puts. They're selling calls. So with all of that being said, I would lean towards a move down to at least like 200 to 210 and potentially down here to 160 like I've been talking about. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about it right now. We'll see what kind of move we get, and we'll see if this ends up being correct. I'm not going to go over the overall market right now. Everything else is pretty much just flat. Tesla's like really the only thing that's up. So let's see what happens. I would not be surprised if this ends the week somewhere lower, maybe low 230s or so. But we'll see. I'll do an update later, but for now, that is it.